This is the HHW LOD Podcast Network.
Hi, I'm Jordan with the Legion of Dudes podcast, and this is my one-shot spotlight on Fantastic Four, issue 587, in which one of the Fantastic Four bites the dust. When we last left Marvel's First Family, all four members were separated into three different areas, and they were all in peril and could possibly die. Reed Richards was trapped on New World with Galactus, who was attacking. Sue Storm was at the bottom of the ocean with Namor and another group of underwater humanoids who were about to go to war, possibly. And Ben Grimm and Johnny Storm were at the Baxter Building trying to fend off another annihilation wave from coming through the Negative Zone portal. But before I go any further, I of course need to warn you, I'm gonna spoil who died in this issue in the video. So if you don't want to know, click away now. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and looks like Johnny Storm has bitten the dust. Maybe, but we'll get into that later. Yes, Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, he's the character who quote-unquote died in this issue. To stop the annihilation wave from getting through the Negative Zone portal into Earth, one member of the family had to stay behind on the other side to push the button and close the shield. He took the risk, he made the sacrifice, he stayed behind, and he went down swinging. I don't actually think he's dead. There's no body. We'll see him in a year or two, and he'll have been trapped, he'll have been brainwashed into helping Annihilus, he'll have been a prisoner, whatever, but let's just face it right now, he's not dead. Yes, even with comics, being the way they are with death and characters come back one week and they're dead the next and vice versa, this is even below that in terms of, right, he's dead. So he'll be back. That's fine. It's not to say it was a bad issue in any way. It was just a marketing opportunity and Marvel ran with it. They can't begrudge them that. I wasn't a huge fan of the art in this issue or the entire arc so far. That's not to say anything's wrong with that thing's art or the entire inking or coloring team. It's just not really what I'd prefer. It doesn't feel like Marvel art. I don't know how to explain it beyond that, but Marvel tends to have a feel, like DC tends to have a feel. This just doesn't really seem like something that fits in Marvel. Some of the faces look off and that kind of thing. With that said, the actual final 2-page spread where Johnny Storm goes down swinging, very, very cool. I thought that was an excellent rendition, and things like that were very cool. It's just, in general, the art doesn't work that well for me. On the other hand, the writing is absolutely excellent. Jonathan Hickman has been writing 10 to 20 issues so far in Fantastic Four. I'm not sure off the top of my head. They've been absolutely wonderful. I've just recently caught up on the series. I hadn't been reading it because I don't care too much about Fantastic Four, but I'm a huge Jonathan Hickman fan, so I figured, hey, what the heck, I'll catch up, and it was absolutely worth it. Hickman is currently writing 3 series for Marvel: Secret Warriors, focusing on Nick Fury and his team, S.H.I.E.L.D., focusing on the secret history of the Marvel Universe, and of course Fantastic Four. If you're reading one, you should be reading all 3 because they play into each other and they help expand on the universe in absolutely wonderful ways. If you're not reading any of them, you should be. He's one of the best writers in the industry going today. So writing-wise, I thought it was very cool. I particularly like the way that Sue Storm's character was handled in this particular issue, and so far, she really stands up to Namor in this issue in an interesting way. Some doom coming out there, and I'm very interested to see where that goes from here. I don't know that Reed Richards' story was particularly compelling in this issue. He's had some really cool stuff to do over the Hickman run. In this one, I think we were supposed to feel that he could have died at any moment, that Galactus could destroy the planet, which he did, but that Reed Richards would somehow be left behind and would die. Didn't happen, and I don't know that I necessarily felt at any point he could be the one to bite the dust. That said, like I said, he's done a lot of really cool stuff in this run. Solve Everything was a very creative arc, and Reed Richards has become an immensely more interesting character to me over reading these last few issues. In the same vein, the Richards children, Valeria and Franklin, also have a lot of really cool storylines going on right now. They're probably, to me, the most interesting people in the entire series. The 2 characters who aren't actually in the Fantastic Four, technically. The stuff they're doing there with time travel and with Franklin's powers and all that. Yeah, I know a lot of dumb stuff's been done with Franklin's powers over the years, but I like the way Hickman's handling it. The time travel stuff for sure, how it's fitting with S.H.I.E.L.D. and how theoretically Secret Warriors as well. Excellent, excellent stuff. I really do recommend this series now. A year ago, I wouldn't have said, check out Fantastic Four. But reading it now, it really is coming together quite well. So now this is the last issue of Fantastic Four, for a while anyway, but now it's going to be FF, First Family. Check that one out. I'm definitely going to be adding it to my review stable. If this is the first review of mine you've seen, check out the whole back catalog. I've been reviewing comics every week for like a year and a half now. I'm also on the Legion of Dudes podcast. That's hhwlod.com. We do in-depth comic book reviews in audio form. We also have the Walking Dead TV podcast where we talk about the Walking Dead TV show and occasionally the comics, but we keep the TV talk spoiler free, so you don't have to worry about that one. There's also Half Hour Wasted on that same feed. There's Medium Minutes, which is our new 5-minute or less review show. I have audio comic book reviews go up there. There's tons of stuff. Check out hhwlod.com if you like this review, and definitely check out my older reviews if you like this review. Also follow me on Twitter at JordanFRMJersey. That's at JordanFRMJersey. I post links to the comic reviews. I talk nonsense and do normal tweeting stuff. So if you have any interest in Twitter, follow me. I'm no worse than anybody else on there, theoretically. So that's pretty much all I had to say on Fantastic Four 587. I thought it was a good issue, not the best issue in Hickman's run so far, and I don't think it was worth the, oh my gosh, somebody died marketing blitz that it got. But whatever, it's a business, I understand that. And when Johnny Storm strolls back into the series in a year or two, I'll welcome him with open arms, or whatever you do with a comic book character coming back into a series. Don't forget, I'll have the rest of my comic book reviews for this week up on the same channel later this week. They don't come out till tomorrow, and I should have them up in a few days. So check out my back catalog for now, and until then, till the next video, have a good week, and I'll see you next time.
This is the HHW LOD Podcast Network.